What makes you roll your eyes every time you hear it? When people say you're doing something the wrong way but really they usually just mean you're not doing it their way. My grandma. I don't care how I'm folding it wrong. It's my shirt. Put a sweater on. I'm cold. When someone asks to use the bathroom and the teacher says, I don't know, can you? Yes, I can. Walks out. How about the winning lottery numbers when I ask if I can do anything else for someone? Every time we're at a restaurant or something and are asked need anything else, my dad always, without fail, responds with a bag of hundreds followed by a pitted laugh from the recipient. Can't wait for him to use that on a bank teller and accidentally rob a bank. Need anything else? Haha, yeah, a bag of hundreds, haha. No, but really put the money in the fucking bag. Edit. Bad spelling of bag. Speaking of eye rolls, that patronizing you'll understand when you're older thing is a big one. Your opinion isn't valid because you're young, a good one. Used by my family when they're unable to come up with a defense for their ridiculous beliefs. Whenever you're at a large function for work with a speaker in the morning and there's this exchange. Speaker, good morning everyone. Good morning speaker, oh looks like we haven't had our coffee yet. I said good morning everyone. Everyone, good morning. I took a public speaking class as a requirement my first couple years of college. One of the first things he told us was do not do this, for obvious reasons. It's annoying and it's just unnecessary filler, and to him it was a sign of an insecure speaker, lol. I still take mental points off for any speaker I hear do this today. When I was in academy, we had an instructor with Tourette's. To combat it, he would come in and shout as loud as he could good afternoon class, to which we would respond as loud as possible good afternoon, sir, and then he would calmly ask us to take our seats. How does this help? If you know. The tics are like an itch. Scratch it and it won't bother you for a while. Results may vary because everyone is different. I meet a guy once that has the need to say yes now and then. He was in a bus and the person next to him was giving him conversation and he was just replying with yes blah 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 yes, yes blah 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 yes blah 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 yes yes, yes, blah yes. The other person said goodbye and got off the bus and this other guy remained silent for a while, but I could notice the tension. The guy was trembling. The bus hit a bump on the road and with the movement the guy yelled, yes, yes, yes. I realized the guy had some kind of problem, so I start to speak to him about how bad the road was, with all the bumps and how the council does nothing to fix it. He started to reply to my conversation with yeses and I could feel how he was calm again. Every yes was like a little pressure valve was released and the tension was calm for a while. You are a good person. I commend you not being afraid to interact with someone just because they have something mentally different about them. Yes. You son of a bitch. You did it. Thanks for the gold, kind stranger. It seems just insincere and fake every time. Plus Reddit gives you a message announcing you that you got Sliver Gold Platinum and that you can reply there and whoever gave it to you can see what you said and even reply to it if he wants to. Yes. I just thank them privately. Everyone can see you got gold plat or whatever. No need to make a separate announcement. Do you play basketball? I'm 6'4" and this is by far the most annoying part of being my height. How's the weather up there? Oh god, that's the second most annoying question. Can you reach that for me? I'm going to start asking short people to get low items for me so I don't have to bend over. 10% of your brain. Had a friend ask me if I thought that, if we could use more than 10% of our brain, we would be able to fly. Took some restraint to not go off about it. A full keyboard has over 100 keys, but we only use 1 or 2 at a time. Imagine how fast you could type if you could use 100% of your keyboard. Whenever someone uses their star sign as a reason for their shitty actions, I can't help being brutally honest, it's a Leo thing. No Emma, it's a you're a passive aggressive bitch thing. The constellations and planetary positions aren't the reason you're a cunt. You are the reason you're a cunt. How closed-minded. Typical Pisces. Oops. I just ingested 16 pounds of ketamine and ran over multiple women and minorities. I'm such a Virgo Mayo. Working hard or hardly working? Hot enough for ya. Looks like someone's got a bad case of the Mondays. Live laugh love. My mom has this tattooed on her wrist. What's her name? Karen. Yep. Translates to basic bitch. When an item at a store is not scanning properly, it must be free. I've heard this way I too many times. This dick ain't free. Corporate speak and buzzwords. Okay, let's touch base next Tuesday to see how we can leverage those synergies to add value with our ideas for a bespoke product. Sounds good. I'll circle back with you once we visualize our North Star for the campaign and see if I can identify any potential hand raisers to bring into the funnel. Looking forward to connecting. Fuck, this triggered my fight or flight response. As a mother, or when you become a mother, I've done some research on what exactly goes into vaccines. Or just when someone's main point in an argument is do your research without actually stating any statistical research. Video games make people insert something here. Good vibes only, fuck you and your fake vibes. I know this guy whose status always read along the lines of peace, love and safety to everyone. Curiously, however, every time I hear about him, he's getting thrown out of bars and events for being belligerent and violent. Every time I hear someone say sending good vibes, I imagine them looking in the sky and gyrating uncontrollably. I'm not rude, I'm just honest. I'm being brutally honest. No, you're being a dick. These people care more about the brutal part than the honesty part. Being rude is not a virtue. It is possible to tell the truth and not make someone feel worthless. It's funny because people who say that can rarely take the same sort of honesty when it's directed at them. The microwave if I don't make it back in time to stop it at 001. Beep beep beep. The word millennials when said by any kind of reporter TV presenter. The millennials are killing Applebiz. Applebiz needs to die. That place is sadness and shame manifest. And every time they actually mean Gen Z since the oldest millennials are in their 30s. I was in a teacher training and the presenter kept talking about how millennials learn. I looked around. Most of the new teachers are in their 20s. I and a few others are in our 30s. I raised my hand and said, "We are the millennials." She didn't seem to get it, though. I study psychology and about 1/3 the time I hear people say something like, "Oh well, you have the perfect people to study on here, because we're crazy." Oh, yes. Have a PhD in social psych. What do you do? I'm thinking of a way to avoid saying psychologist, but failing. I do research in social and experimental psychology. One of 3 responses follow. Oh, well, you have the perfect people to study on here, because we're all crazy. Don't you go psychoanalyzing me. Can you read my mind? My wife, clinical psych, tells me you're not supposed to ask this because it's meant to be a trade secret, and it makes them uncomfortable. Influencer, shudder. They started using that term at work and I just want to vomit every time I hear it. Blech. Getting you to vomit would be influencing you. They're not wrong. All my friends are guys. Girls cause too much drama. Okay, you cause too much drama. My ex said this and she low-key played a constant victim game that took me retrospective analysis to realize. If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. If you can't handle me at my spookiest, you don't deserve me at my dutiest.